What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the MashanddDrum Whiskey Room. Whiskey Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve. It is here. It is happening. That's right. Look at this. I got an old turkey fantail bottle. A lot of people did not like this bottle. I love it, and I miss it. I miss these old, it looks like a lamp. I love it. I love this bottle. I got my magical light behind here to make it look really cool. I got the Grinch here tonight. Why not? We're getting to the holiday season. It's time to take the Grinch out. The Grinch is replacing the Mandalorian. What is going on tonight, everybody? Welcome to the MashanddDrum Whiskey Room. Please like, subscribe the video while you're here. Appreciate everyone stopping by, especially being, Thanksgiving Eve. A lot of you are already at your family's house or have family coming tomorrow to celebrate Thanksgiving. Then happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And thanks for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Tonight, big Blendageddon, big Blendageddon week. We are into week 5 already. Is it freaking week 5 already? Blendageddon? You know what that means, guys? That's only 4 weeks left. We have week 6 next week. Then we have the 2 weeks of the Sexy 6, and then it gets into the finals. So we are almost there. We're into the home stretch here of Blendageddon. Someone's going to be champion of 2022. We don't know who that it's going to be yet, but we will have a new champion. Oh, shit, coming in hot. Paul Graham with a $50 super chat. Paul, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Cheers to you. Cheers to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Paul Graham, you the man. I'm going to take a little. I haven't had this in a minute. Wow. Man, that almost has like this little bit of a dusty turkey note to it. But I dig it. This isn't that old. I got this in, gosh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this was a Crown Liquor Selection, Kentucky Spirit, 2014, Campari America. It's a dusty. It's a dusty, folks. I'm only kidding. That's right, Grinch up. I love that. What is going on, everybody? It's been a crazy fun week. Been doing a lot, getting ready for the holiday. My girlfriend, as we speak, is upstairs making an apple pie. We're having a lot of trouble making an apple pie. She's trying to follow her grandma's recipe. And you know how grandma's recipes are, right? Like you try to follow it, you try to do exactly the way they did it, and it just never comes out the same. I think we're on this is like the 5th pie we've made. We're just trying to make it taste exactly like her grandmother's was. So yeah, there's probably a lot of those recipes going on around, like this time of year, but it's always fun. Yeah, loving the fantail stuff and whiskey. Thanks for hanging out. Eric Desmarius is in the running tonight. He's got a blend. So does Dusty Dan over here. ADHD Whiskey, what's going on, man? Happy Thanksgiving, bud. Hope you and the family are gonna chow down on some turkey. Eric Sawyer has a couple apple pies ready to go into the oven over here. Yeah, ready to go. Yeah, I think that's the thing we're having trouble with, Sugar Kitty, is her grandmother's dough is very simple. It's just Crisco, flour, and a little bit of water. And somewhere along the line in translation, I think the measurements for each thing has gone like off the rails. So every time we do it, we try it again. It's frustrating. It is a frustrating recipe. The dough never holds together. You're trying to put on the pie, it breaks. Don't let me get into it. Circle City Bourbon, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Let's see here. Boyd, Mason Lake is here. Saucy Shane, Slapshots Roadhouse, Richie Z, the legend is here. Let's see, who else is here? Whiskey and Boots is here. Let's see, Thomas Hensel, what's going on, man? Nate Cox is here. I see Northwest Bourbon, Old Man Joe, Isaiah V is here. Todd J, 5th Quarter Tailgate. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Fancy Franchi is here. What's going on, Gary Franchi? Nice to see you, man. Scott and Suzanne are here. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Mike is off a bit. A little bit of echo. Huh, okay. Folks there. Mic check. Is that better? Oh, wait, that's the default. Okay, let's go to this one. Mic check. Mic check. Is that better, guys? Let me know in the chat. All right, coming down. Oh, wait, missing another super chat here. Phil B, do you have an old Wild Turkey ceramic turkey decanter? Happy Thanksgiving. I do. I do, actually. I do. Oh, good. Mic check. Very good. Much better. Okay. If the audio screws up anymore, guys, let me know. Oh, shit. Of course, this guy's here. Rarebird 101. He wants to see how this goes down. Rarebird 101, Mr. David Jennings. Very exciting time for Mr. David Jennings. His new book, Turkey Musings, is getting ready to come out. I don't know. What's the details? What's the details, David? Is that thing hitting the market yet? Where is it at? Let us know. Very excited for you in the next book. I'm a huge fan. I have his American Spirit book right there, right behind that bottle of Wild Turkey 101, Austin Nichols. But yeah, I do have a really cool decanter, actually. If I can find it. Yeah, this guy. Wild Turkey decanter. I got this as a gift. It's the Spirit of 76. It's one of my favorite turkey items I own. There's no whiskey in it. It's empty, but I absolutely love the decanter itself. I mean, look at it. Look at it in all its glory. Man. Paul Graham. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is my hey, Average Drinkers here. What is going on? Yeah, Crown Liquors is in the state of Indiana. That's right. Yeah, this is my Wild Turkey. I absolutely love it. So I want to keep that. The head of it falls off very easily. I gotta be careful with that thing. So, oh shit, Paul Graham, what the hell, dude? Thank you again. I'm glad Drums and Drams isn't around for you to give it to. If you order from my publisher, it ships now. It won't be on Amazon until February. Okay, good to know. Rarebird, can anyone put that? Can anyone order from your publisher or not yet? Because if so, you could feel free to drop a link. I'm fine with it. Yeah, what's up, M&J Army, Mash and Journey? All right. So tonight, we're going to do a little bit of a turkey tasting here. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I figured, why not? It's Thanksgiving Eve. Let's have some turkey. These are kind of the four of the standout releases this year from Wild Turkey, including the Wild Turkey 12-year, which was an international release, but somehow it got all over the United States and people were getting it on secondary. And this is the Single Rickhouse, the Master's Keep Unforgotten, and the Russell's Reserve 13. This is one of the 2022 batches, so we'll see how it stacks up. I'm sure these will be very different, all four of them, but it'll be interesting to see how they compare, especially when you do them, just lined up. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a little bit of my my fantail. There it is, guys. Wild Turkey Musings pre-order. Go to wildturkeybook.com. Pre-order yours today. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of Wild Turkey, just a fan of whiskey history in general, like me, and want to learn more, nobody does it better than David. So, cheers. Rob Zilla in the house. What is going on? All right. So while I'm sipping this, I got to make some time. So what I do want to get to is a few. Oh, by the way, real quick before I forget, anybody in Ohio, the state of Ohio that is watching right now tonight, any of you guys get your, any of you guys win the lottery for the OHLQ lottery? What was in it? I think King Kentucky was in it. A couple of other really good bottles. Old Fitz 17, I think. Any winners in the house? I got one message from one winner today. Congrats to that person. I, again, did not win a damn bottle. I am officially like 0 for 60 or some shit. So anybody win? Or did everyone get the womp womp? You can't, the womp womp, the Pac-Man dying sound when you open your email. Hey, Jason, are we coming up on anniversary of the passing of Sherry G? I'll be doing a pub-style toasting her memory stream Friday at midnight. Oh, wow, that's awesome, Scott. All right, guys, everybody tune into that. So Scott over at Fifth Quarter Tailgate. So Sherry G was a great fan of not only Whiskey Tube, but she was a huge
just a huge patron of Whiskey Tube in general, and also the whiskey community. I think we lost her to COVID. She was gone far too soon. So Scott's doing a pub style toasting to her memory stream Friday night, this Friday at midnight. So be sure to tune in for that. Even if you didn't know Sherry G, tune in, and it's always good to toast the ones that we've lost behind. Let's see here. Hey Jason, I just got the Penelope Barrel Strength toasted 4-gate on 14. We'll get here on Friday. What's your opinion on it? I got thick skin, so give it to me straight. It's got a Penelope Barrel Strength toasted 4-grain. Oh, okay. Penelope Barrel Strength toasted 4-grain. Well, those are normally selections. The regular variants I haven't had, if they're, but I've only done the pick that I've done. I've tasted a couple others, and for the most part, they're really good toasted bourbons. So you should be pretty pleased. It came up very butterscotchy and very vanilla ice cream to me when I had it. So probably 0 for 10 at this point. Nobody. Oh, we got the hot girls are here, guys. Just letting everybody know. The hot girls are always going to be here for Thanksgiving, apparently. Even they're not out partying on Thanksgiving Eve. Remember when that was like the big party night to go on Thanksgiving Eve? Everybody fist pumping. At least that's what I did. All right, let me turn that off. Let's move this aside, and let's get this blind going because I gotta make way for Blendageddon real soon here. So I have 4 blind pours here. I'm just gonna mix them around, and while I'm kind of tasting through these, what I'm gonna do is I'll go through a few news stories because there's a couple of very unique stories that kind of hit the whiskey sphere, I should say. Young Pei Chang says, Guinea turkeys and nobody gets hurt. Average Drinker says, hot girls here. There you go, Dara. Let them know. You let the hot girls know who the hot girls are. There you go. Let's see here. How is the fantail? Yeah, the fantail to me for that wild turkey actually reminds me of the some of the older Wild Turkey 101, which is basically what it is. It's a single barrel 101. But some of the older ones, I think the ones that we're seeing, the modern Wild Turkey 101s that are out now, for me are coming off a little bit sweeter. It's missing that little bit of a bite. And I think the modern ones now are coming off a little bit sweeter, almost a little bit nuttier too on the palate for me. So I actually like the older ones a little bit more than the ones that I've been tasting lately. However, the Kentucky Spirit picks that I've been tasting lately are phenomenal. So there seems to be a pretty big variance between the Wild Turkey 101 batches that are just available on every shelf, and then the single barrels that are coming out. There's a lot of variance, and some of them are just absolutely incredible. So I have 2 Kentucky Spirits coming out actually early next year. Cannot wait to get those. I'm actually wearing my Wild Turkey DSP, my DSP 67 shirt. And it says Turkey Strong on the back. Absolutely love this shirt. TCT says, grab the 118.4 Woodford Reserve Masters Keep. Been hunting for a while. Woodford Masters Keep. You mean the Masters Collection? Masters Collection? Yeah, that's a good one. That was one of my favorite bourbons this year. I thought that was actually a really good release by then. Oh, what's up, Griff? Nice to see you, bud. Okay, let's go into a couple of news stories. Not much to go through, but this one should be pretty hilarious. Here we go. This guy. The guy on the right is Mr. Conor McGregor. He's being sued by the guy on the left, the teammate and friend who claims proper number 12 Irish whiskey was his idea. The guy on the left is named Artem Lobov. My client is a retired professional fighter with a master's degree from DCU in finance and capital markets. The solicitor for Lobov told the Irish Independent, we have issued high court proceedings on his behalf to enforce an agreement with Mr. McGregor regarding the Proper 12 whiskey brand. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey was created, developed, branded, and tirelessly promoted by Conor McGregor, says a spokesperson for McGregor. Lobov first claimed the whiskey was his idea in August while promoting his upcoming book. So I don't know. I feel like stuff like this is hard for me to defend the guy that's trying to get the money, because Proper 12, the brand has garnered millions of dollars, attention worldwide, and it's not like it's been a secret. Like, if it just launched like 2 months ago and then he decided to sue, okay, maybe I'd be kind of more interested in seeing what he has to say and why he's coming out and doing that, and why he's going after Connor. But it's been out for years now. And all of a sudden he's coming out now because it got sold and made billions of dollars. So I just, come on. That's a little bit, not so sure about that one. Let's see here. Oh shit, Big Vic is here. 21090 in the house. Hey, 21090 is here just in time, because I don't know if you guys missed it, but the Goose Island, the Bourbon County Stouts have been introduced. They're already out. As you guys can see, the tops of the bottles there, you have, let's see here. You have from left to right, Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. That is their, typical offering. But this year, the Imperial Stout is aged and blended from freshly emptied bourbon barrels from Heaven Hill, Four Roses, Wild Turkey, and Buffalo Trace. The next one up is the Bourbon County Coffee Stout. The next one is the Goose Island Bourbon County Biscotti Stout, which I'm very, very excited for because I love biscotti cookies. Working with the brewing team, they brought flavor to life with notes of anise, marzipan, cocoa, and buttered toffee. Yeah, I'm all about that. Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, Sir Isaac Stout. So this one, let's see here. This one, inspired by Melissa's childhood memories of stealing fig cookies out of her grandma's cookie jar. So notes of fig and citrus, dried honey, molasses. The big one, the Proprietor Stout. This one is, I think this is only a Chicago only release, I believe, or I think it's, Chicago. Then the next one, the two that mostly people will be interested in is the last two. One is the 2-year barley wine reserve, which is aged in Old Fitz bottled and bond barrels. 14, 16, and 17-year-old barrels were used to kind of help bring all those beers together. And then the last one is the 30th anniversary reserve stout. So this one is, let's see, the union. This one celebrates the union between Greg Hall and Booker No. So this stout is aged from a blend of Jim Beam barrels from their small batch small batch bourbon collection barrels. Each of the remarkable bourbon barrels offer characteristics unique to each bourbon's distinct nuances. So those are kind of going to be the big ones that everyone's, excited about. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys chase these down? I just watched 21090 and I win all of them. That's just basically that's how I roll. That's what I do. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. Dip the biscotti stout in the coffee stout. I don't know how that'll work, but yes. The Old Fitz barley wine is glorious. One of the best barley wines we've ever tasted. It says 21090. You guys go check out 21090. I think they did a video already on the entire lineup. So go definitely check that out. No, not a beer chaser, says Whiskey and Boots. I chased beer a lot more like back in the day, but not so much anymore. There's a better view of all the different bottles. Very distinctive designs. Hidden Barn. So Hidden Barn has made the news. They just released their first high rye bourbon offering. So obviously, you guys, whether you know or don't know, Hidden Barn is the new label. That's Jackie Zykin's new label. She announced their second core expression. This is composed of 10 barrels blended by Jackie Zykin. Suggested retail price of $75. Using a pot still production and a high rye mash bill. The whiskey is double pot distilled and aged in wood-fired Kelvin Cooperage American white oak barrels. After maturing for 5 to 6 years, the whiskey is bottled at 112 proof. So mash bill is 60 corn, 35 rye, and 5 malted barley. So it is a good amount of rye in that whiskey. Plus, you're going to see a limited edition release that's going to be finished in Madeira casks. So flavor notes, according to the brand: overripe blackberry, sweet Concord grape. Palate brings in smoky undertones, milk chocolate, and roasted nutty notes. So there you go. That sounds vastly different than the first one that came out, which was extremely crafty and yeasty and earthy. I got a sample of that one, so I'll be doing a video of that one real soon. So we'll see how that one tastes. I have not tasted it or smelled it yet at all. And let's see here. Okay. We're going to go through a few new labels here that I caught on the TTB. The new Booker's names have been announced. The new Booker's labels have been announced, guys. Booker's label. Where'd the fourth one go? I know it was in there. Shit. Okay. Number 1 is going to be called Charlie's Batch. Number 3, the Mighty Fine Batch. Number 4, the Storyteller Batch. And I can tell you that the second one, which I don't have the sticker, I don't know where it went. The second batch is actually named the Apprentice Batch. So all 4 of those are going to be the names for Booker's next year. Obviously, these proofs and ages are all there just for position only. Those aren't the actual ages. And, I hope that's true because I've been enjoying the 7-year Bookers that have been coming out in the last, the last few releases. I think there's a little bit more depth to it. I mean, I think a year makes a big difference, honestly. It's not so much peanut shell. I think it's getting a little bit more depth of flavor. Not much. Still not sure if it's worth the $90 to $100, price tag on it. But, give me getting to like 7-8 years. I'd much rather feel a little bit better paying for a barrel proof offering from Jim Beam for that rather than ponying up for a 6-year bourbon. But Heaven's Door, Bob Dylan's brand's going through a little bit of a rebrand. So Heaven's Door Revival. I had a little bit of an issue with this one because this is the same name as one of my favorite Master's Keeps of all time, the Master's Keep Revival. It's a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey. So rather than just being Heaven's Door, bourbon whiskey, it's going to be called Revival. It looks like the Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is going to be called Ascension. And then you have the double barrel whiskey that's going to be called Revelation. Now, I haven't had any insight to why the brand change or why they deciding to come up with these names. But I think it all kind of started with the 10-year single barrels, the 10-year offering. The bottle just looked a little bit more elegant, so I think they're going more in that direction. As far as the naming goes, not really sure what they mean. Again, these just popped up on the TTB. I'm sure when it's released, and there's going to be a huge press release about it, the rebranding and everything that's going to go along with it. Lastly, Bardstown Bourbon Company is partnering with another beer company, this time Scout and Scholar. Now, Scout and Scholar is a local brewery located right there in Bardstown, Kentucky. Actually, I think the group that actually helped build Bardstown Bourbon Company actually built Scout and Scholar as well. So this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in Scout and Scholar beer barrels. Doesn't really say what beer it is, but I'm sure there's more to come with that. It's like a lot of folks are starting to kind of take a more of a deeper look into ale and stout and different beer cask finishes. I'm sure we'll see more barley wine and some others as we go along. Porters, who knows? I feel like toasted was kind of the big thing. Now it's getting into these beer finishes. So interesting enough. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Sandy? Nice to see you. Well, if I have kiddo named Charlie, so it looks like I'll have to overpay for Booker's early next year. That's the thing. They put these names on them, Matt, and it's like, I bought the pigskin batch last year just because I love football. I'm like, I gotta get the pigskin batch. That one can't be bad, right? It was okay. It was a solid batch. Nobody wants a Charlie in the batch. I love that shit. Let's see here. Yeah, Redbird 101 has definitely already sent Bob Dylan a cease and desist letter. There's no way they're gonna name it Revival. It's gonna be over. Let's see here. All right, everyone just chatting it up. All right, let's get into this blind tasting. So tonight's contenders here. This is my warm-up before Blendageddon. This is how you do it on Thanksgiving Eve right here. Here we go. Wild Turkey 12-year. Like I said, this was the the export version. This was for travel retail. You have the Russell's Single Rickhouse, which was a bourbon crafted from the barrels left from Camp Nelson C, which is a decommissioned warehouse nowadays. It was basically decommissioned because the structural integrity of the warehouse could not be fixed anymore. So they couldn't use it. So all those barrels that were in that, or some of those single barrels, got blended and put into to this batch. Apparently, they took those barrels from the kind of like a Booker's type situation where they took like the center cut part of the warehouse and they blended these barrels together to build this. The Master's Keep. Now, the Master's Keep Wild Turkey Unforgotten. This is the 2022. There's not many more beautiful bottles than that. Look at that turkey. Look at that turkey just kind of glowing on the glass. You got to love it. So nice. So the Unforgotten is a Burai. It's a blend of bourbon and rye blended together and then finished in a rye cask. So really cool story to that one. Again, non-chill filtered. Let's see. The Russell Single Rickhouse comes in 112.4 proof. The Wild Turkey 12-year is 101. The Master's Keep, I believe, is also, is that 101 as well? I believe it is. I'm sorry, 105 proof. And then lastly, but not least, the Russell Reserve 13. This is one of the 2022 batches. 13-year barrel proof. This comes in 114.8. So they're all generally in the same proofy area. The one that might stand out is the 12-year. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, best looking bottle and cork. Yeah, and then the box that goes along with it. I mean, come on, it's hard to beat the Master's Keep. Shit, Thanksgiving Eve, we have 300 people in the chat. Again, thank you guys for the support and for watching tonight. Click that that like button while you're hanging out here. Let's go through this. Is that batch 2 or 3? This is batch 2, Adam. Batch 2. I have a batch 3, but I haven't cracked it open yet. What's up, Darren? Jason, have you tried any of these wines that are aged in not just bourbon, but now rum and rye? I just bought a few from Robert Mondavi. He has a number of these. Looking forward to trying. I have not. I did see the rum ones, and I thought that was kind of an interesting finish for a wine. I've seen rye before. I've only had one of those. I thought it was pretty good. And as far as I've had plenty of wines finished in bourbon. So shout out to my buddy Justin B. Turned 37, sipping on Dalmore. Love the channel. Thanks, DL. Cheers to Justin B. What? No Long Branch? Disappointing you. I see you, Nimrax. Batch 3 is the bet over batch 1 over batch 2. All right, let's see how it goes. First one. Man, vanilla, cream, orange, and cherry all day long. Holy shit, that's good. Killer nose. Hint of molasses. Hey, what's up, Whiskey Central? The Bourbon Wrench is here. Look, everyone's coming in here. What's going on, guys? Shayla, the Wayla, and my man Trev, the Maker's Mark fanboys in the house. Man, this is just a deep, rich nose. There's a lot going on here. A little bit more oak here going on, too. Let's go to the second one here. Oh, even more going on in the second one. Wow, that took that orange note and just made it into like a pure orange marmalade, honey. Not so much cherry here, though. This is a little bit more on the, oh, man. It's getting to like that chocolatey side. A lot of citrus, though. Pepper. Almost like a black raspberry note in that one. Oh. Number 2 on the nose so far. Let's go to number 3. Yeah, the color on this third one is damn. I can't tell with this lighting which one is which one's the darkest. So, oh man, this gets into like a rickhouse smell. This is like old barrel char, angel share. This is just cinnamon, pecan, chocolate, maple syrup, molasses, just all over the place. Man, there's almost like a great bubblegum thing going on here too. Almost like a Big League Chew. The Bourbon Wrench. What are all you nerds drinking? What do you think we're drinking, man? Turkey. Come on, man. So everybody in the chat, what's everyone's like go-to, like Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Everyone kind of gathers with their families, or people make something special that you look forward to every single year. What is it for you in the chat? I got to know. What is it? What is like the number one thing you look forward to on Thanksgiving? For some people, something as simple as the turkey. Some it's the stuffing. Some look forward to a crazy dessert that a relative makes. So let me know in the chat. What is it? What is the thing that you're looking most forward to tomorrow? Stuffing and gravy. Eric the Barbarian says prime rib. Nathan Jurgensen, simply pie. Pie. Cohen says pumpkin pie. John Wade says he's drinking Rare Breed. That's not a bad way to go, man. Todd J says a Lions victory. Wow. Okay, that's saying a lot. Henry Turner. John Perkley says just the artichoke casserole. I think I've ever had that before. Henry Turner, what up, JC? Cracked a 2019 Angels Envy cast strength in the Blood Oath Pack 8 with some great friends on Thanksgiving Eve. That's awesome, man. That's the best part. Get your friends together, share some great whiskey. That's what it's about. My homemade berry sauce with bourbon. Oh, damn. Canned cranberry sauce. Canned cranberry sauce, or get the fuck out. Adam, yes. The can. Ocean Spray jelly cranberry sauce. Put my turkey and my stuffing. I would try that bourbon one, though. I would try that bourbon cranberry sauce. But I don't want any of that fancy cranberry sauce shit. I just want the old, like you open it and it just comes out of the can. Just, that's the shit right there. That's my jam. Food is good, but hanging with family is the best. Playing with the kids and drinking with the adults. Hell yeah, one more cast. Taja, you must be depressed almost every Thanksgiving. Chad said, I'm gonna forget I saw that, Chad. I don't want to see that shit. Oh man. Yes, SoCal Buns. I want to see the ridges in the fake cranberry sauce can. That's what it's about. If I don't see those ridges, I know that that's not the cranberry sauce I'm looking for. All right, let's go to the last one here. Ooh. This one probably has the most different nose out of all of them. This is a little bit more subtle. Good oak. Beautiful oak on this one, though. All right. Man, it's hard to not love the nose on the middle, too. These two have killer noses. But let's go to the palate. Let's see what we get here. Happy Thanksgiving. We're drinking turkey and eating turkey tomorrow. That's basically it. Gonna make a shirt for that, Hazen. Woo. Okay. Wow. The viscosity on that is crazy good. Good spice to it. Again, a lot of that orange cream coming through on here for me. But I mean, that's a typical note I usually get with wild turkey. I get a lot of orange cream on wild turkey all the time. Not like orange peel, but like that. It's like that mix of orange and vanilla. You get like the old what are those things called? Orange not sherbet. Like the vanilla and orange mixed together, like the pop-up ice cream sticks, like those types of orange. Cherry Dream Pie. What's up, Lily? Nice to see you. Look at that beautiful bully. Love her. Food, football, and family all day tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Yeah, the push pops, the orange push pops. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, 21090. See? Brothers in Def Leppard right there. Creamsicle. That's the damn name of it. All right, let's try this one. Oh. Wow, there's a lot more going on the second one than the first one. The second one has all the explosions of flavor on the palate. I always call it pop rocks in my reviews. That's what it is. Just flavor explosions all over the place. It gets into like this. Again, I'm getting the creamsicle. Thank you, chat. Creamsicle into like this dark berry note, and then it turns into like this espresso, like this rye spiced espresso. There's just a big pop of rye here. I mean, maybe that's the Unforgotten. But just alone on the palate, it just explodes with flavor. Damn. That's good. Or could that be the single Rickhouse? I mean, the single Rickhouse was pretty good on the palate as well. You need to try my homemade cranberry sauce with apple, pears, golden rays, Grand Marnier, cinnamon. You would like it. So Donner Pass whiskey. My mother makes one very similar to that. I don't know if she does the cinnamon and Grand Marnier in it, though, but she does put apples, pears, and raisins in hers. And while I like it, I still rather have the can with the Rib for Her Pleasure can, honestly. Eric Gunner says, I'm on call and seeing patients in the hospital, 0700 till, oh, man, Eric. Well, we appreciate you taking care of folks. But, yeah, hope you get to have a Thanksgiving somewhere over the weekend. Bourbon maple brine turkey shout out. Meat Church is delicious. Oh shit. Okay. I had the most amazing bubblegum note on Unforgotten. Yeah, I could totally see that. This is the Rickhousey one. Let's try this one now. Oh. This gets into a little bit of that medicinal cherry, grape bubblegum, super oak, rich, viscous molasses. I mean, it's crazy because these two are equally as flavorful, but they're on like opposite ends of the spectrum. So it just really depends on what I like right now. I do prefer both of these over number one, I think, so far. Gonna have to go to number 4. Scotch Down Under, what's going on? Was not surprised by my blind turkey flight a few weeks ago. Russell's Private Select came out on top. Then Rare Breed, Single Barrel, 13. Then Father and Son, 13. And then 101. I would probably, bet on that lineup, actually. Not too bad, Scotch Down Under. I like it. Real quick, fellow whiskey tuber, Kilco, is, let me see here. He is doing a fundraiser. Let's see here. Let me find it. So he's doing a fundraiser to help pancreatic cancer. November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. He did some live streams, but they're still trying to raise a little bit of money to help his dad. His parents, Cindy and Jim, they need help with the cost of cancer treatment. So Brian's dad, his birthday is November 28th. It'd be fantastic to hit the goal for a big birthday surprise. He is at $3,081. They're looking to raise $4,000. So I'm going to pop this in the chat. And if any of you guys want to help Brian out and his dad and the family, please do. I'll just pop that in the chat. The chat is still catching up there. Loch Ness, happy Thanksgiving, buddy. There it is. There's the GoFundMe. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that for you guys, just if you want to help out, because Brian's a great guy, and anything you can do to help out, especially around this time of year, is definitely well warranted. So appreciate that. All right, let's go to the last one here. Oh man, this one has a beautiful nose on it. I know I smelled this already, but it's getting better. All right, let me try it here. Wow. This isn't nearly as punch you in the face as the other three, but it's actually more nuanced. It's got a lot of little levels to it. It goes from like just pure vanilla ice cream into like a toffee. There's a nuttiness there. And then it hits with like this really beautiful sweet oak flavor. A little bit of the rye spice in the back end of that one too. Just enough to kind of keep it hanging on. But man, it's got some really nice sweet oak notes too here. Man, and it is. Is that a wild turkey? That is one of the most fruit-forward wild turkeys I've had. Just all. I mean, you always tend to bring up cherry, but this is almost getting into like a tangerine, apricot, pear, apple type vibe. All of it on the palate for me. That's crazy. Wow, that's really good. I mean, it's lighter on the palate, but man, do I love the flavors on it. All right, that's going to be harder than I thought. Because of the nose on this, I thought it was just going to come off really light, but it's actually coming off with a lot of flavors that are really unique. Yeah, Redbird, no losers tonight here. This is like the best flight in the world. There's nothing wrong with this at all. Wow. Okay. How am I going to even rate this? Tony Bag of Donuts, what's going on? Hi, Jason. Happy Turkey Day. I'd love to put a Master's Keep in the center of the table, but I'm the only one who would drink it. Oh, well, I guess that wine it is. Happy Thanksgiving. Tony Bag of Donuts, I mean, that's not a bad thing. If you get a really good Master's Keep, put in the middle of the table, you're the only one drinking it. I'd say that's winning. That's hashtag Thanksgiving winning. You're thanks winning. That's what that is. Thanks winning. I like that. I could use that hashtag tonight. Jason, 50-50 ice cream bars. Let's see here. Stay safe and eat well, y'all. Going to Michael, Tony, you might not have any more Master's Keep very long. Michael's coming in hot to get them. Okay. Let's go through these real quick before we get into Blendageddon here. You know what? This one might be the softest one. Coming off of that, I'm not sure. I mean, this is good. It's very Wild Turkey-esque. It's very viscous. But I think the other three are actually more interesting, just overall. But that on its own would be delicious. They're all delicious. I'm just trying to pick out what my favorite turkey release is here. Let's go to the second one. Second one I loved. Oh, yeah. Second one is just explodes with flavor. Damn. Yeah, the push pop. Yep, the orange push pop, Lionel. It just has great spice, great flavor. It's an absolute flavor monster from front to back. That's definitely up there. Now, this one is also a flavor monster, but it's just a lot darker. Oh, man. Very, very oak forward here on this one. It's a lot of oak, almost to a medicinal cherry aspect as well. That's got to be the Russell's 13. I mean, I don't think any of the other turkeys are that dark. I think Russell's 13 has that color. But do I like that one more than the second one? Let's go to the last one. And the last one is... I don't know which one I like more. All right, I'm definitely going to put, I think, this one in last. Still not last place, but it's my least favorite out of the three. And all these three, I don't know what the hell I'm going to pick here. God, I love the spice-driven nature of this one. It has some really nice oak. I think I might like that one over that one, though. At least right now. Then this one. Yeah, I'm going to keep it in this order. I think just based on tasting them, what I'm feeling tonight. And again, by no means, guys, is this a, it doesn't mean that, this is better than the other. It's just the mood I'm in tonight. Moods change. What you like changes. Sometimes I like Wild Turkey 101 over Rare Breed, and sometimes it's the other way around. So let's see what we got here. Well, let's go. She said it's under the Jack Daniels, and she's right. Let's see what we got. So my last place here, no surprise, Wild Turkey 12. And I think really with this one, it's just because of the proof. I think the proof really hurt this one because it does come off lighter, but man, this is as solid. And to taste Wild Turkey at 101 proof at 12 years, it's just a delicious experience. This on its own, you can just crush these. These are so damn good. And I know these are harder to get, obviously, but if you had a chance to get a bottle of this one, this might be one I might crack open tomorrow with the family, Wild Turkey 12 year, because nobody's had it before. And this is going to be one that everybody will be able to enjoy. So I'm looking forward to cracking that one. All right, let's go to third place. This is where it gets interesting. Letter D. So letter D, this was the one that was like coming through with a lot of different fruit flavors here. Very viscous. It's the Single Rack Black. Single Rickhouse. Single Rack Black. What am I talking about? Single Rickhouse comes in third in this tasting. And that's not surprising. I liked this bourbon. But as you guys know, this is a $250 bottle. And if you hunt and buy as many Wild Turkey picks as I do, Russell's Reserve picks, I just felt like even though this was really good and the story on it was great, the level of great Russell's Reserve picks that are out there in the market, I just think they could come close. David Jennings, who's in the chat, I had 3 of his picks, and I swear to you, one of them is as good, if not better, than this one. So that just goes to show you that you don't have to pay $250 to get a really good. I understand that this isn't necessarily a single barrel. It's a bunch of single barrels blended together. I get it. It is a blend. But yeah, I mean, Jason's getting high on bourbon. Yeah, I mean, I am kind of. This is all delicious stuff. I'm loving all these bourbons. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this is one that needed to be. I mean, I do love it. But yeah, single barrels can beat almost anything, barrel depending. Yeah. And I think that is what this does, David, to be honest. And David, to your credit, I have 2 of your picks that I would probably drink over that. That Canada Dry one is one of my favorite ones that I've ever had. Fucking incredible. I only have about that much left. Damn you. So that brings us down to the last 2. And I think I know what's going on right now because this one right here, it's got to be the Unforgotten with that rye spice. And it is, which means the Russell's 13, which is a damn good whiskey. It's a damn good bourbon. I could take either one of these either day of the week and swap them. But tonight, I was feeling this Wild Turkey Unforgotten. It is an explosion of flavor, of spice. Easily, I think one of the best Master's Keeps that's ever been crafted. I mean, it's got the proof, it's got the spice, it's got the nuance, the explosion of flavor. It's consistent. You go to it back and forth each time, and the flavor punch is always there. This is an amazing Master's Keep. David and I are trying to coordinate a full Master's Keep blind tasting together, but we're each missing some samples, so we're trying to make that happen. So here's my lineup. Tonight, Wild Turkey. The turkey dinner goes to Wild Turkey Unforgotten, followed by the Russell's 13. This is batch 2 from 2022. followed by the single rickhouse C, and then we have the Wild Turkey 12-year Wild Turkey 12-year travel retail bottle. So that's a lot of good turkey. All I need is some stuffing, and I'll be very, very happy. Worth the $250. That pick is so good. You know the pick I'm talking about, Sean, right? Damn. Yeah, it has a great story though. the single rickhouse has the story. I give it that. It definitely has a story. Man, I wonder if I had, it was just not open enough, but to me it was sold poor, but no, wow. Yeah, dude, I love it, Dustin. Maybe it needs to open up for you a little bit more. Good luck beating Russell's for 60 from Wild Turkey. Yeah, that's the problem too. Just Russell's Reserve single barrels, just in general, at $60 are very hard to beat. Rare Breed is up there, but I do think Russell's Reserve has more depth of flavor to it. All right, that was a hell of a turkey dinner. Oh, we're right on time, guys. Should I do like a mega turkey blend and see what happens? Why not? This is like the next day after Thanksgiving when you have leftovers and you just kind of mash them all together. So my favorite leftover thing to do with Thanksgiving is take some stuffing. And I saw somebody in the chat say homemade dressing or homemade stuffing, you know, rather than going against like stovetop stuffing or something like that. Now, I love stovetop stuffing, but there's nothing like good homemade stuffing. So let's see. Fucking course you should do the blend. Jason, what do you think about Russell's Reserve picks from Warehouse A? I do love Warehouse A. I think typically Warehouse A is more of along the line of a profile that you're used to with turkey. But I got to say, the last time I was there, Warehouse A was pumping out some really good picks. So I just think it's not so much. I think certain warehouses do provide you with a certain type of flavor profile you're looking for, but year to year to year, that could change. So I just really think it depends on the year. But yeah, I love A, F, S, K's. K and G last year were the ones hitting for me. S this year were hitting for me. Some of the A's as well. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's make a mega turkey. Mega turkey. This is the because it's so many turkeys, we're just going to call it the turfucking instead of the turducken. It's the turfucking blend. It's just all of them together because we're turfucked when we drink this. Oh, the turfucking. Here we go. Oh my God. I'll say this. It smells glorious. But we're going to let that marinate. We're going to go back to that a little bit later. I'm going to let that marinate a little bit. Yeah, heck yeah. Give it a good mash all the sides and eat with a drumstick. Yeah, so my real quick, my favorite thing to do with leftovers is take some stuffing and you kind of squish it together and then you put it in a panini press. And then in between, you throw some turkey, some canned cranberry sauce, some gravy, and what else? I think I add a little bit of sweet potato as well to it. Then you take the other side of it with another thing of stuffing, put it on top, and you panini press the hell out of it. And it makes the greatest leftover Thanksgiving day after sandwich ever. It's like this whole Thanksgiving. You actually use the stuffing as buns and just freaking panini press the hell out of it. The top of it gets nice and toasty. You put up some butter on it. Oh, my God. It's the greatest thing ever. Oh, man. It's so good. Got any turkeys? That should be a damn incredible blend. We'll see what happens. It sure smells good. Yeah, you got some gabagool as well. Yep. So wait, is the stuffing the bread? Yeah, Andy, that's the idea. When you open up the panini press, you lay the stuffing down first. Then you put the turkey, cranberry, or whatever you want, whatever you prefer in the sandwich. And then you put another, like, you pat some stuffing together, you put more on top, and then you freaking panini press the shit out of it. And then it gets all crispy and warm and toasty. Then it comes out, and it's the best damn Thanksgiving Day sandwich ever. Love it. Yep, do it. You guys have a panini press, do it now. You know what else we're going to do now? It's time for Blendageddon. It is week 5. It is the special week 5 edition. We have our guest judges hanging out in the background. They're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, Blendageddon week 5, Thanksgiving Eve. It's about to go down. Here we go. Guys, gobble, gobble. It is week 5, a big week 5 here for Blendageddon on the Mash and Drum on Thanksgiving Eve. The week 5 bracket contains blends 20 to 25 out of the 30 blends blended by you to see who gets crowned Blendageddon champion of 2022. Week 4 was a crazy week. We saw Saucy Shane with his blend Old Daddy's Company and Jeffrey Wack with a tale of 2 states make it through to the Sexy 6. Let me introduce you to week number 5. We have Danny Lopez, Dusty Dan. Dusty Dan's in the house in week 5. Keith Thompson, Andy Smith, and Eric Desmarius all going head to head tonight. All right, guys, turkey's in the oven. Let's welcome in not 1, but 2 mystery guest judges in here tonight to see who's moving on to the Sexy 6. Get some turkey, get some gravy, get some whiskey. It's time to serve it up. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go. Let's friggin' go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce our 2 guest judges for tonight. They are the amazing dynamic duo of Josh and Aaron. It is Stuff and Whiskey.
Hey!
Let's go with that intro.
Man, I got all nervous. My palms got all sweaty. That was bad. I loved it.
I know. I like to make a lot of hype reels for these. Let me get everybody pumped and everybody like ready to run through a freaking wall. So
yeah. Mission accomplished.
Yep. Yeah.
How you been, man?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Well, first I want to say thank you for helping me out here on Thanksgiving Eve. It's not like it's a normal day. I mean, Thanksgiving's tomorrow. It's a big day. What are you guys doing for the holiday?
We're gonna go over to my family for lunch, and then we're gonna come back here and just chill and rest and relax.
It's gonna be low key.
Yeah,
it's a low key turkey day.
We're going low key this year. I wish I could cook, but we need a break. So yeah, we're chilling.
He can cook. He's just not going to.
Yeah.
Oh, so he can cook, but he doesn't want to. Got it.
Right. And it's okay. It's okay. I've given him a pass. It's fine. It's all good.
I like smoking a turkey if I have the time and all that stuff, but it's you know how it is. You get busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have yet to do that. So I'm kind of thankful this year just because, well, obviously for many things, but mainly for the fact that I'm not cooking this year.
Yeah.
I get to actually like run around and have some fun and eat. I'm going to tomorrow to my girlfriend's mom's house. We're gonna have some turkey there. Then Friday, my mom and her sister, and it's just gonna be. It should be fun. It'll be a lot, but I get to kind of just sit back, relax, drink some whiskey, and hang out with family and friends, and it'll be a good time. It'll be a nice relax rather than me, working on a friggin' turkey all day long. So.
Yeah.
I'm already catching heat in the chat from Matt Porter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready to die on this hill of turkey versus ham that he started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh doesn't want to dry out a turkey again this year. No,
you don't.
I just tell you, this man has made the best turkey and stuffing I've ever had in my entire life. This was 2 years ago, and I still think about it to this day. It's so good. It was so good.
So what's the one dish that you guys look forward to for Thanksgiving each and every year?
So many. I can't pick one.
Okay, here's the problem with saying one dish, because this is where Matt Porter and everybody who says ham is better than turkey goes wrong. Okay, what you have to do is you have to get a bite. The turkey is merely a vessel for the gravy and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce and the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So you got to get a little bit of all of that on your fork and eat it. That was Matt eating just dry hamburgers with no buns or condiments or anything? Like, what's going on over there in his house?
That's
Like,
because I mean, Matt's a savage. So
you got to juice it up a little bit.
Yeah, this is the trend these days. The spatchcock smoked turkey that everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Like, remember when like everyone was like the deep frying like craze came, and then it was like brining, and then we were deep frying, and then we were smoking. Now everyone's fucking spatchcocking it. I think just people like to say that word. Honestly.
Yeah. No, I just throw it on the grill.
Yeah.
And it's good to go smoke for a while.
So good.
Shayla's talking about turkey sucks. Look, here's the thing. When you eat ham, it just tastes like ham and maybe brown sugar, and that's it. You get 2 flavors.
Yeah.
You can't put any condiments on it.
Turkey
With turkey, you can get
becomes whatever flavor you want it to be.
You can get all the stuffing, the cranberry sauce. You get the sweet and the savory. It's a beautiful thing.
I agree. It's a vessel for just like whatever side dishes you have to offer. You just kind of pile it on. So.
It's a vessel for happiness.
And that's why
I look at it.
That's a long way to answer your question of the side dish. It's the combination of all
your thing that you look forward to is the perfect bite of all the combination of everything on your plate.
Yes, that's a Josh.
That's a good way to look at it. I might be on board with that. Usually I make these popovers every year that have black pepper and Gruyere cheese in them.
Oh.
And you dip it in some like fire roasted tomato soup, and that's kind of like my favorite part of Thanksgiving. Like, it happens right before the turkey and all the deliciousness together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that on Friday.
100% with that. That sounds awesome.
All right, guys. So once again, thank you for being guest judges here on Blendageddon. We have 5 names in the hat tonight. Let's take a quick look back at what happened last week. Here is the bracket as it stands right now. As you see in week 5, we have Danny Lopez, Dusty Dan, Keith Thompson, Andy Smith, and Eric Desmarius going tonight. That's whose blends are in tonight. And you guys can see we have some really good blend names in the running tonight. Danny Lopez with Burai-mageddon, Dusty Dan, Long Lost Soul, Keith Thompson, Sunday Evening Cigar Blend, Andy Smith with his Old Tom Blend, and Eric Desmarius, one of my favorites, Running with Scissors. I really kind of dig that name.
That's a great name.
Next week will be our last week before we get into the Sexy 6 rounds. And we have AW Storytime with a 1776 blend, AW Incandescent Conversion, Darren Clary's Harry Old Creek Reserve, Eric Sawyer's No Butterflies Were Harmed in this blend, and Wise Guy Whiskey Guys with Wise Man's Burai. So a lot of, I think, blenders knowing that I love Burais, so we'll see what happens as we go along here. So do you guys have your samples already?
We got them ready to go. You just tell us the order and we're good to go.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to random.org real quick. I'm going to hit the randomizer, and this is the order we're going to put them in. All right. Your first sample will be letter E. Your second sample will be letter C. Your third sample will be letter B. Your fourth sample will be letter D. And starting first, but now going last, will be letter A.
All right, so ECBDA.
ECBDA. That is the order we are going in. All right.
Got it.
Let's get the comments ready. OH is in the house. Love this Whiskey Tube content, especially these guest judges. The greatest blinders online. I know we're not talking about windows or horses. Calling Dusty Dan and Eric Desmarius for tonight's winners, says OH. Oisin Hayes has a hell of a blend just waiting in the wings for the Sexy 6. So we'll see what happens there. All right. I'm going to take my notes here. So, guys, this is pretty open. You know, just taste through them. We'll call out some notes. We'll taste them. And you guys, you know, let me know if it's shit or if it's great, basically.
Well, you know, the funny thing is I was going to put a blend in for Blendageddon this year. And I worked on it a fair bit, and it was not good. So I was embarrassed to send it in, man. So
can I ask you what you tried to blend together? Was it a lot of different things, or did you have like a core group of whiskeys you were trying to blend?
No, it was I was trying to combine a little bit of the fruitiness of like a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof pick with the kind of the deep dark barrel char of an Elijah Craig barrel proof pick that I had. And then I tried to mix in other things to that blend that would kind of lighten it up and liven it up so that it just wasn't all, you know, nutty and you know, those two flavor profiles.
Didn't work out for you?
And I think the Elijah Craig barrel proof pick I was using was just hot garbage. And it, no matter how much I reduced the proportion, it wouldn't work. It just tasted like barrel char and nothing else. And yeah, and it was hot. It was not good. So I was like, no, I'm not sending this in. I'm not putting my name on this. Should have sent it under Matt Porter's name.
No, you can't beat Jimmy McGill. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the first one here, which is letter E. Let's see what we get, guys.
All right.
All right, I can tell you we're already off to a better start than what I tried to cook up.
So I gotta say, last week when we were doing the blind with Whiskey Nose, that was easily the most difficult week we've had because it was every single blend was just a killer. That was the toughest bracket we've seen so far. Though all the brackets before that all had pretty good blends, but there were a couple that stuck out. Last week, all of them stuck out, which was really tough. So we'll see how tonight goes. This is why I need help, and I'm glad I have two judges here because we may need a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's tough when blinds are really close.
Yeah. So when Aaron comes in and just like, you know, this smells like toothpaste, we know not to pick that one.
Yeah.
Although that might not be a bad thing if you like mintiness. So
that's true.
Who knows?
Man, I'm right off the bat. I was getting some kind of like strawberries and cream vibes off of this. But
dude, you absolutely nailed it. There's a very, very rich fruity note here, and
I was getting fruit roll up.
Yeah,
I was gonna say strawberry Pop-Tart.
I think that too.
But it's like a toasted strawberry Pop-Tart because the more I smelled it, the more like a little bit of the barrel came through and some depth came through.
This smells like the we did a peerless pick this year that we called it Strawberry Grooves. It was this really strawberry heavy rye whiskey, and it reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah, this smells nice. This smells dangerous. Like I'm not getting any alcohol edge on the nose whatsoever.
There's no off flavor. Sometimes in a blend, you look for something that may have gone bad or turned the wrong direction. None of that is happening in this glass right now.
Yeah, it's very inviting is the word I would use to describe this nose.
It is. It's kind of like a strawberry shortcake in a glass, honestly.
Yeah.
That's right. We're thanks winning, and we're going to check the turfucking later, see how good that is. All right, guys. Cheers. Let's try it.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Guys, if you have not yet subscribed to Aaron and Josh's Stuff and Whiskey, please do. Thanks you guys for helping out tonight.
That fruit's coming through, but it's
Wow.
got more oak on it than I thought.
Yeah, there's something else that happens right after that fruit forwardness. I'm trying to see what that flavor is. It's like like you get the fruit up front and then it goes dark.
Yeah, right on the mid palate. It's almost like the fruit kind of came in down here and then something just came and sat on top of it.
Thomas Hensel, Danny Lopez's Blendageddon blend is fire. If the others are on par, you judges are in for a real treat. Oh, looks like Danny Lopez has he's got a fan.
Man, that's really nice.
That is really nice. Now, I don't know if that is a good thing that it started here or a bad thing.
Could be dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
This could be real dangerous.
Oh, and now that I'm kind of going back to the nose on it a little bit, I'm getting some of those darker elements that were on the palate. Oh man, I think the nose might have gotten less fruity, but more better. It's mo better.
It's mo better.
It's more gooder.
Yeah.
Man.
It is good.
This one's also giving me like lemon. I'm getting like a lemon note in here, like a lemon tart.
Yeah,
there's something bright citrusy on it, but again, the dark flavor on the second part of the palate is what keeps bringing me back to it. I gotta save some. I gotta save some of this shit.
Yeah, It's and I can't place my finger on what it is. Maybe it's just barrel. Like that kind of the aftertaste I'm left with is just like a really nice oaky note.
Yeah, it's like a nice little, like little sweet char note. Aaron, what are you getting on the back end of it?
I think it's oak because it's kind of drying, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, there's drying that like sucks and it just sucks the moisture out of you, but this one is not doing that. It's just giving a nice sweet oak profile.
Yeah, it's drying like a red wine is drying, like a dry red wine. Yeah,
like if I bought a bottle of that, like I would not think that was a blend. You know, like it's not disjointed at all. It's very well put together. So
letter E coming in hot. That is good.
E for Aaron.
E for Aaron. Okay. I'm gonna call that the strawberry shortcake. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's good. All right. Next one up is letter C. I'm gonna take a little sip from the Grinch.
It's too close together.
That is an awesome mug. Your mug game is on point, sir.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mug. I'm kind of a mug whore. I love mugs. All right, let's go to the second one here. Let's see what we got. So this is letter C. Oh.
Okay.
You did the same thing Josh did.
Okay, I see you, letter C. I see you.
There's something this reminds me of, and I don't want to say it just yet for some very specific I'm getting like this little bit of like a savory note on it that reminds me of a particular
I don't know if it's the same one that I'm thinking of, and it might just because I just had a bunch of it. But there's a turkey-esque vibe to this I'm getting.
Yeah, I get some of this on turkey, and I get a little bit of this on some of those Nashville Barrel Company picks that have, particularly out of the Kelvin barrels, they get like this like savory kind of. It's a different way that the barrel char comes across to me.
I'm getting like a breadiness to it. You guys getting like a breadiness to this at all?
Yeah, I see you there.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say dry erase marker, but I think it's breadiness.
Dry erase marker. Yeah.
So for anybody who hasn't seen our channel, Aaron just recently in a video said, "I just smell whiskey or taste whiskey, and I get pictures that come to mind, and I say it."
Yeah,
and that is very true.
So that's please be offended if I say something like a dry erase marker
or stinky feet or who knows.
I mean, it's like familiar. It's familiarity with like whatever connects in your brain. So that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up in Hawaii where Mo Betta is normal slang, loved hearing Josh say that. Cheers. Thanks for the great content even on Thanksgiving Eve. Hope you all and everyone in the community has a great Thanksgiving Day. Toshi Bake, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Big Vic says, just got my Cigar Club Mash and Journey cigars. Can't wait for the Barrel King Bro. Happy Thanksgiving Day to all. Big Vic, light them up, baby. They're really, really good. Yeah, Aaron does have the best tasting notes, I must say.
If you want to call them that, it's very generous.
I'm honestly getting like a little that savory note I'm getting is sending me down like a steak with some cracked black pepper or like some Worcestershire sauce or something. Like it's very nicely laced in there, but it is very pleasant.
I could see that. I can totally see the Worcestershire sauce in there.
Yeah.
Or what's this here sauce? What's this here sauce? What's this here sauce? All right, I gotta see if the palette matches up. So here we go.
Let's go. Oh, that's nice.
That is
super nice.
That is a word I like to use. It is elegant. That is an elegant blend.
Yeah. You know what was funny on the nose was there was in the way background, there was like a little bit of fruitiness. And then we had all that savory stuff more at the forefront. And then it completely flip-flopped on the palate.
It tastes more fruity than it smells.
It's more fruit forward on the palate.
It goes more into, again, more of that, it's from giving me the turkey vibes and getting more of like a orange cream grapey vibe to it with like that smoked. I'm still getting that smoke note though that you were getting with the steak on the back end of it.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, wow. Man, if all of these are this good, this is going to be hard, man.
Yeah. We're off to 2 bangers right off the bat.
That's why I need help. That's why I said this.
Man,
God, that is really nice. Like that's what's so amazing about these blenders, like making these. I mean, you kind of think about like Josh, you just said like the painstakingly making a blend and it just failing. I mean, for a lot of these blends to come across so cohesive, it really is a testament to how good you guys, the viewers and everyone that submitted a blend, how good you guys are doing this. Yeah. It's not easy.
No, it's definitely not.
Especially confident enough in your blend that you send it in to be ridiculed amongst other judges.
Well, and that's the thing. Like typically over on our channel, we just review everything blind, and it's all from distilleries, so we're not worried about hurting anybody's feelings. We want to make sure we're giving people honest opinions because they might spend their money on something based on what we say. So we kind of take that. We don't take ourselves very seriously at all, but like we do want to be careful about what we say, and we don't mind giving bad reviews. But like these people put work into these.
Well, and how difficult it is to actually make something that's good.
I know. It's a lot easier to, and I tell people this all the time because I'll get comments on videos like, we could tell you didn't like it. Why didn't you just shit on it? I'm like, because there's a legion of people that help make this.
Yeah.
And while you may want me to shit on it and be a dick about it, there's ways to say you don't like something without being an asshole. So
yeah, for sure.
That's what it really comes down to, just being respectful. Like, Old Forester sent me a sample of the birthday bourbon this year, and I completely hated it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, will I see one next year? We'll see. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest about it.
Right.
I think the birthday bourbon this year was a complete letdown. So.
Yeah, I've only tried 1 or 2 years and haven't been overly. The noses have been tremendous, but the palates have left me lacking. But I think at the end of the day, all we can do is just, say what we're getting and how it's hitting us, and it's up to whoever's listening to it to decide if that's up their alley or not.
Yeah.
What's up, wise guy? Happy Thanksgiving, you beautiful bastard. Miss you, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, man, this is getting better and better every time I go back to it. Honestly,
I'll say I like Glass 2 a lot. Interestingly enough, it has some elements of Glass 1 for me, like in the way the fruit comes forward on the palate, but it is darker overall. Yeah. And it seems to be, my proof dar is not always great in blinds, but it seems to me to be at least packing a little bit more of a punch. I don't know if that's the proof. I don't know.
It is, and the finish is actually lasting longer than the first Glass 2, which I like. You guys know I'm a big finish guy, so.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Jeff the Cree now gets a pass. No, Jeff the Cree never gets a pass. Never. All right, let's go to the third one, which is letter B.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
This is really fun, by the way. It's fun doing blinds, period, but tasting blends is a ton of fun. Just because.
Yeah, it's both fun and scary. So.
Yeah.
There's an element of danger to it a little bit. Because you just never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Oh man, this is
what is that? That's different.
This is completely different than the first. I think the first blend we had strawberry shortcake. The second blend we had a savory, bready, almost smoky experience. Now this, man, what the hell is that?
Give me some like pralines or like toffee vibes to it.
This goes in a whole different. This is a sweet vibe, but this is like a dark sweet now that we're getting. Not a fruit sweet like the first one.
Yeah, it smells dry.
So we just were eating last night. We were eating some.
You ate last night? What?
We were eating those chocolates.
I'm just kidding.
Those chocolates that were like it was a piece of milk chocolate on top and a piece of toffee on the bottom, and this is taking me there.
Oh, interesting.
Not as sweet as because that was
very sweet.
This is
so my mom makes this candy, and it's like you guys know that candy Almond Roca? You ever know what that candy is?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's basically a toffee, but with like almonds in it and dark chocolate on both sides.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is giving me those vibes of. It's like that brown butter toffee sweetness, but I'm getting this like very dry cocoa powder note on it.
I'm smelling dry. That's the flavor that I smell.
Yeah,
smelling dry. Okay,
Yeah.
smelling dry. It's almost like that thing where you could smell a bourbon and you feel like it's gonna be creamy based on how it smells.
Yeah.
That was glass 1 to me. It smelled like it would be creamy. Yeah.
All right, let's try this thing. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, there's something.
Pink pencil eraser.
There's something dusty in there.
Pink pencil eraser.
There's an old ass bourbon in that blend.
Man, that has more spice than I thought it would have.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
The spice just runs right through
It's
the
like,
It's still lingering right now.
Yeah.
There is something very unique in that blend.
Yeah, that is a very unique blend. Like these two feel like they could be modern day bottled products. This is different.
This feels like a modern day. I don't even know how to explain this. There's elements to this whiskey that are modern, but the finish on it is old and dusty. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
that.
Not wrong.
I don't like this guy. Oh.
Man, I'm having this.
I'm actually really liking it, but I love dusty bourbon profiles, and I think you nailed it, Josh, in the beginning. That like profile where it gives you like that toffee, old school butterscotch note is completely prevalent in that one, and I'm loving it.
There's this weird thing happening right now in my mouth, which is a sentence I did not think I was going to say when I woke up this morning, but it is coating the roof of my mouth in the back, but it's not coating my tongue in the back on the finish. That's a very odd sensation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
if that's just me or not, but like that stands out as something I don't typically get. And it does kind of stop like right at the back of the palate. It doesn't really give you doesn't get down in
hug.
here.
Yeah, it doesn't happen here. It stays right here.
Yeah, it's just
which
it's
is
all
very
up in
unique.
Here, yeah.
I feel like that's
Love Aaron's offbeat notes, says Richie Z.
Yeah.
Man,
but you know what? It kind of gives you a little bit of a flag on the play. I'm getting a little bit of a late hit here on the back end of it.
All right.
It's like matriculating down real slow.
Yeah, like it's a slow burn. It just kind of just taking its time.
It's not down here. It was all here, and now it's kind of down here.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, you guys got to stop. Yeah.
I'm glad Aaron is here to keep us honest. Okay.
She's like, it's pink eraser, and it tastes like bourbon, and let's move on. Man, the nose is getting better. Oh.
That one may get better when we go back to it, but I'm getting some very intense candy vibes on it. But yeah, it's got that old dusty funk to it as well. Yep. I'm gonna say there's an old bourbon involved in that.
Well, you thought that one time already, and
I did, and I was completely wrong. But I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Hey, shoot your shot.
Yeah, I'm shooting it.
Call your ball.
So that's B.
Oh man, I have to.
I try to sometimes my mind wants to go there and think things, and I'm like, I can't even. This is why we do so much stuff blind, is that I can't know. I have to not know. This is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to think about what it is. I just want to go on what I'm getting. Because as soon as I start thinking something, then I start thinking like, oh well.
That's my biggest problem with Matt Madness. I have a strategy this year. I'm gonna set up for Matt Madness in my drum room, so I can't look at any bottles in my room.
Smart.
Because that's what fucks me up. I sit there and I get notes, and then I'm looking around and I'm trying to figure out what it could be. And I think that messes with my mind more than ever. So I'm literally going to do sensory deprivation strategy and just go on what's in the glass and not what's next to me. So
you're just going to show up in Matt Madness with a blindfold and some
I'm going to have sunglasses on with earmuffs, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but we'll work on it. All right, let's go to letter D.
Okay.
Huh. This is kind of like a combination of all
The
three
first-
of the glasses.
Yeah, that's a really wonderful nose so far.
Yeah.
This one is actually reminding me of a little bit of a, I don't know. This is giving me Burai vibes. Like I'm getting a lot of spice and a lot of sweet.
I can kind of see that. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not calling my shot here. I'm not guessing what it is. I'm only saying what it is so people kind of know they can relate it. To me, this is seemingly like a blend that has some Heaven Hill product mixed in there, maybe with a rye that is bringing a little bit of that Heaven Hill flavor profile, but there's something different in there too.
I'm getting NGP in it. I'm getting like graham cracker orange vibes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I can kind of see you there. Yeah. So orange is like, I don't know if you feel this way, but probably not because you're awesome. And, you know, why would you feel this way? But like, I feel like I have flavor blind spots. Like I can mix up oakiness and nuttiness sometimes. I kind of have a little bit of a blind spot when it comes to citrus because you always say how much you get orange on Wild Turkey products. And it's there, but I don't know how I interpret it, but it comes across a little different than me.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see that. Like for me, like the most citrus I ever get on a Wild Turkey product is the 101 rye. Like to me, that is like a Christmas tree with orange ornaments on it.
Yeah,
that's what it smells like.
Yeah, like the dehydrated orange.
Yeah,
slice.
It's super orangey. And that's just something. Yeah, I generally get. If it's not like orange, I'm getting like a medicinal grape or cherry with Wild Turkey. Yeah. I mean, you get all those other flavors, you know, the vanilla cream, the caramel, you get all those like flavors, but modern turkey, you know, has gone a little bit more nutty. So, and that throws me off when I'm like usually when I get nutty, I'm thinking Jim Beam, Heaven Hill. Yeah. Like, which one is it? Jim Beam gives me more of a peanut shell. Heaven Hill gives me more of a, like a pecan cinnamon nuttiness. Yeah. Whereas Wild Turkey, when you throw the nuttiness from Wild Turkey in the mix, I don't know what the hell that is. So that just kind of throws, you know, puts a monkey in the wrench for me. I don't even know what I'm tasting now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 101 especially, I heard you mention it earlier, but yeah, the new 101s are coming out real nutty to me.
They're coming out nuttier and they're coming out softer. Yep.
And I don't like it. When I go to turkey, I want a little bit of that cinnamon.
Yeah, I want the cinnamon and I want the spice, and I'm missing it with the newer ones. I completely agree with you. Okay.
Man, this one smells great too. Like, kudos to whoever blended it. Like, I mean, we know who's in it. We just don't know who's who, you know. But like, at least to 4 of you, kudos.
Yeah.
We'll find out about the fifth
one.
I just tasted number 4, and that got into a real candy monster. Wow, that is good. That is real sweet.
Oh wow.
That got real sweet for me.
Yeah, that's very like
I was expecting something completely different on the palate.
Yeah. That's like hard candy. Like that takes me to Werther's Land or like
yes.
Yeah.
I get like a hard candy, like a Jolly Ranger type. But like that hard texture.
Yeah, and to Jason's point about this potentially being a Burai, I'm getting a little bit of that Jolly Rancherish on the finish actually.
Yeah.
Which tends to be where I get that on Rise.
I'm getting Swedish fish candy on the nose and the palate.
I can see that, yeah.
Like total Swedish fish.
Now I want some.
I know.
That's a candy we can't have in the house because bags will disappear.
I will eat it.
Bags will disappear. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what people are saying in the chat here.
Yeah.
I've said before, tonight we're to do with turkey. I guess smoked turkey and ham. Oh, they're still talking about Thanksgiving Day dinner. I love it. Copper Wolf says, hey, shots fired. Sorry, Copper Wolf. No offense to your blend. Last week I knew which one was mine and I was wrong. Says Adam Hinson.
Yeah.
Eric Desmaria says, I'm driving myself crazy trying to figure out which one is mine. Yeah, I mean, we won't know
either yet.
We won't know until the end here. But this is a very sweet, very well, but it's This gets into like Buffalo Trace category for me, like with that sweetness, that amount of sweetness.
The level, it's not the same profile, but the level of sweetness.
Exactly. This is way more interesting than most Buffalo Trace products you'll ever drink.
Yeah, that's super fair. But the level of sweetness is like when I taste this, I think, wow, that's sweet. I like it. I could have a glass of that, no problem.
Yeah.
I also know Erin probably doesn't like it just because she doesn't like things that are overly sweet.
It's not that I dislike it. I just can't drink things that are too. I can't drink a lot of things that are too sweet because it just.
Yeah, I'm with you, Erin. I mean, that's really the reason why I don't drink a lot of Buffalo Trace. It's just unless it's like Stag Junior or something like barrel proof, where I know the proof is gonna like get me. Everything else that they produce is so sweet. I need more than just the sweetness.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I will say, of the 4 that we've been through so far, that is a glass 4 great blend. I just wish there were a little bit more spice in there or a little bit more oak in there to balance out some of the sweetness.
I'm 100% with you. It's really sweet. What's really cool too about these blends is like, everyone that makes a blend, they bottle these and they send them in, weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they sit. And, when whiskey sits, while it's sitting there blending, what you tasted when you guys blended it might not be what it tastes like right now.
Yeah.
Because things happen, things start, getting together and changing and intensifying, getting a little bit more subtle. That's kind of the beauty of the contest. So it just depends on what week you get with the luck of the draw and see how your blend actually ages while it sits there in that sample bottle.
Yeah.
So,
and
all right. Before we go to the last one, what's coming, guys, and I know you have some strong opinions. Peanut butter and jelly.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
It's peanut butter jelly time. This has been the theme. Scott from My Bourbon Journey started it. I had no idea. I've known the guy for a long time. No idea he had such strong emotional connections to peanut butter and jelly.
Scott's a minute.
We've gone through the entire just oh my God. We've been through the ringer when it comes to different types of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, how you make it, the types of peanut butter, the jelly, the flavor, the type of jelly, all the way to what we heard last week, somebody putting mayonnaise on it.
What? I missed that.
Yeah.
On their what?
Mayonnaise.
They toasted
on
hang on.
the sandwich.
Can I say?
What?
Can I say?
Blah. Blah.
To credit,
No.
I was looking up. We did that Blue Note pick with you guys, you and Scott, and I was looking up like old advertising for sticker ideas, and I ran across an advertising campaign from some monstrous peanut butter company that had doing peanut butter and mayo sandwiches.
Oh.
So it's not unfounded. And look, and Jason, I know your feelings on mayonnaise. I do not share your particular beliefs personally.
I love mayonnaise, but that sounds disgusting.
I like mayonnaise, but with peanut butter, no, man, I'm out. We're good. We're all good.
I will say, in the 80s, I did the peanut butter and marshmallow fluff sandwiches.
Now that's
I was all about the fluffernutters. Love fluffernutters. Yes. I'm gonna come out with my own bourbon brand called Fluffernutter. Everyone's gonna love it.
I love it. I'm getting it right now.
It's just gonna be a blend of Heaven Hill and something toasted, something marshmallowy and nutty.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, Erin, what is your go-to peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Ladies first, and go.
Okay. Plain white bread. Don't care. It can be the cheapest white bread you can find.
Okay.
Creamy peanut butter.
Creamy.
Strawberry preserves.
Preserves. So not jam. So not jam, not jelly. You like your strawberry preserves all chunky with strawberry stuff.
Yeah. So I like the creamy on the peanut butter, but then the kind of the strawberry chunks in the preserves. Yeah.
All right. So when you get down deep in the weeds a little bit here, what's your ratio of peanut butter to preserves? More preserves than peanut butter, or other? How do you do it?
I feel like it's a 50-50 ratio for me. Maybe
50-50 for you?
maybe slightly heavier on the preserves, only because the peanut butter is so thick. But it's like ever so slightly. I try to do 50-50.
But I gotta ask you, do you have a brand of peanut butter that you're loyal to?
No, just creamy. I don't care which.
You don't care what it is. So you'll go from Jif to Skippy to natural to whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as it's creamy.
Yep.
She's a savage.
That's all right. Erin is,
I will say she likes the peanut butter is fairly thin.
No,
and the jelly is fairly thin.
No, Josh overdoes everything, and so according to him, it's thin. But I'm like a regular person who uses.
This is what happens when you put a married couple on whiskey.
You taste too much bread with hers. Like it's like a bread heavy peanut butter jelly sandwich.
It's wrong. He's wrong.
Well, according to my 10-year-old, I'm wrong as well.
Yeah.
But
so according to me and the 10-year-old that lives with us, you put too much peanut butter on there.
And jelly for that matter.
All right, Thunder Dan. What the fuck is the difference? This is why you have to contemplate this. Jelly. So when you do let's just go with strawberry jelly. Strawberry jelly is that's what it is. It's a jellied version of strawberry. There's no strawberry bits in it, no seeds, nothing. It's jelly, kind of like that fake cranberry sauce jelly in the can that we all know and love.
It's like a gelatin.
Yeah, jam is kind of more of a thicker, more sugar concentrated type of jelly. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit richer, a little bit more concentrated in flavor. When you get to a preserves, now you're looking at chunks of said fruit in your spread. So strawberry preserve is going to have chunks of strawberries in it. It's not going to be free and clear like jam or jelly. So, wow, I've never really thought about it that deep until right now. Interesting.
You did a really good job explaining it.
Josh, you're up. What's your go-to?
All right.
It's wrong.
So I know where you...
It's wrong.
We're not going to be too different here. And
okay.
Jason, I know where you stand on this. And, I just want to, before I put my opinion out there, I just want to say to people in chat that I appreciate all opinions. Okay? I appreciate all opinions. If you're an adult that eats grape jelly on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich for nostalgia reasons to childhood, you got my support. If you're choosing grape jelly over any other jelly or jam or preserves, do you drink Buffalo
for any reason other than nostalgia?
Right. Do you just drink Buffalo Trace from a sippy cup? Like, let's grow up. Let's get some real fruit on your sandwich here. Okay, let's go. Let's get it together, guys. So, you know what? I am not altogether too different from Aaron, but I have some very specific particulars that I found myself liking very much.
He's a brand whore.
I see you, Jason, with your crunchy peanut butter and your toasted bread.
Yes.
I got you.
I need texture. So
you like the texture.
I need some crunch. Listen, I can go plain, creamy, whatever. I have nothing against it. But if I'm making it on my own, I have a choice. I want the texture. I want toasted bread with crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah. I like it soft and fluffy.
Okay.
So I like the white bread, the creamy peanut butter almost all the time. Sometimes I'll go crunchy, but almost always creamy. Strawberry preserves. We're on the same page here on all of this. However, I know y'all are doing some weird stuff over there with peanut butter on both sides of the bread. If you're making it for later, I get that. But if you're eating it right then, how much
does it matter?
Yeah, I put the peanut butter on one side, I put the jelly on the other side, we mash them together, and then we eat. We're done. We're ready. We're done.
I think I put it on the same side. Sometimes I don't ever pay attention.
Here's the thing. Sometimes I put I like a nice moist sandwich. So I put a fair bit of
did he just say the word moist? That's
it.
So I like a good 1/8 inch thick layer of peanut butter.
No, not 1/8 inch, like 1/4 of an inch.
And
double that 1/8 of an inch.
And an equally thick layer of strawberry preserves on there.
Okay.
So that it's just real juicy. So I brought props. We're doing show and tell, guys. I brought Pepperidge Farm Hardy White. Okay.
The dude brought his bread out.
Bread slaps.
This is where Josh and I differ, is because I don't care what brand of bread, what brand of preserves, or what brand of peanut butter. I just like white bread, creamy peanut butter, preserves. He is very brand specific.
Pro tip too, that Pepperidge Farm Hardy White it's like extra wide bread, so you get more sandwich per one sandwich.
You do.
Peanut butter wise, it's got to be the creamy Jif Natural.
Creamy Jif Natural. Okay.
It is good.
It doesn't have the oil separation of all the other stuff. It spreads easier. This stuff. So
why do I feel like you guys are going to get a sponsorship agreement with Jif tomorrow?
Bring it on.
I would love that. I love.
And then for the strawberry preserves, because I don't like every brand of strawberry preserves. If they don't have this brand, I'll go with strawberry jam from one of the big box guys. But this Bon Maman, hang on. We'll do the thing.
Oh my gosh.
These strawberry preserves right here, just the right amount of small chunks of strawberry. So good.
After
this, Henry Turner.
Oh.
Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I just bought Concord Grade jelly, put on my toasted bagel today.
We'll forgive you.
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying it doesn't have its place.
Listen, I'm all with you on that Bone Bell, however you pronounce it. That's
good.
Yeah, they make some fucking delicious preserves and jams and jellies or whatever.
Yeah, they do.
I'm all about it.
And if they don't have the strawberry in stock, I will get the raspberry, but that is not as good as the strawberry.
See, so you lost me at one place, Josh. When you said you don't care if your sandwich is moist.
It's got to be moist. It's got to have enough peanut butter and jelly.
It's got to have some structure to it. You got to fucking bite into that shit. I don't want like my jelly all like, infiltrating my bread and making it all soggy and moist. That's just
no, it's
wrong.
not doing that. It doesn't. How slow do you eat? It's like it's not getting into the bread.
I think it comes from growing up and my grandma like fucking just just stacking a bunch of grape jelly or strawberry jelly on the bread. And by the time it's lunchtime and I open it, my bread is completely disintegrated. It's gone.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're packing it for later, then you got to toast the bread. You got to put peanut butter on both sides with the jelly in the middle.
You got to think long term.
Yeah,
with
you
that.
can't.
Yeah.
You got to. There cannot be jam or preserve to bread penetration happening.
All right, and quick poll because I haven't brought this up yet to anybody. But I love these Uncrustables. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up. I hate crust.
Come on, Josh.
Crust is crap.
I didn't.
Hate it.
Come on, Uncrustables. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Look, I've never even had one. What is it? I would just eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
I will buy us some, and you will have some. They're expensive and they're little.
That's why we didn't have any.
But they're good.
You know what, Aaron, buy him a strawberry Uncrustable, have him try it, and then get back to me. Okay.
We'll do.
If I'd asked my grandma for some Uncrustables growing up, she'd be like, "Get out of here, kid."
All right, letter A. Here we go.
Sandwich.
Moving on.
I love these PB&J conversations. They get so in depth. Okay. Oh,
dang, this is nice too.
Damn.
These are okay. I don't know what last week was like, but these are
all really well done. So kudos to all y'all. That's what we say in the South. All y'all.
This is one of the best noses I've had.
It's so well balanced. Like it's so well balanced that there's a lot of stuff going on in there. And this is where like when we shoot videos and have to edit them after the fact, there's like a minute and a half of us just smelling this before we start talking because we're just trying to figure out what's going on because it's beautiful.
Man, I'm getting blackberry in this. Wow.
Yeah, it's like dark fruit. You got
a lot of dark fruit. You got some spice. You got
your caramel vanilla oak is laced in there real nice. Even
everything here is in very good balance. What are you getting, Aaron? Anything weird?
Nothing weird. It just smells like whiskey.
Okay. That's a plus.
It's a plus.
Hey, if Aaron doesn't say it smells like stinky feet, you're good.
And even if she says that, you might
still be good.
Might still be good, yeah.
It's a toss-up.
Oh, yeah, man, this smells nice. This smells like a bottle I want to buy right here.
I know. I'm going to try it. Cheers, guys. Here we go.
It tastes like it smells.
Right, cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's sneaky good. Oh, man.
Hold on. I need another.
Need another sip there.
Man, that's dark and rich. Yeah, blackberry, barrel char.
Good spice on it.
Good spice,
Good,
nice barrel
yeah,
spice.
This is probably the most what I would call, and I don't know if it's really what it is, but balance as far as spice, barrel char.
Oh my god! And the finish goes on for days here. This is just
man,
Jesus.
I feel like somebody blended that for me.
I think he blended this for he or she blended this for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the world.
Dear
This is
Lord,
the world's whiskey right here.
Whew.
These are all very good. I'm mad that all of these aren't actual products that exist.
Man, there's like a,
right?
I really want a bottle of that. It has like a nice sugary sweetness, kind of like 3 had, but it's not cloyingly sweet.
Yeah.
It's got spice that balances it out. It's got the oak and the barrel char on the back end. The finish is just like it swells up on the back palate and just
yeah, I like to say it blooms. Like all of a sudden it just blooms and attacks like the back of the wow, that is it's not the most like punch you in the face blend, but all the whole experience is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about a whiskey when it can do this, where it hits the front of the palate and then it just swells up. Like I remember the very first time I ever really appreciated sipping whiskey neat. It was a very similar experience to that, where it hit the front of the palate and then it swelled up with flavor. Mm-hmm. It made me almost feel like, you went from like the shade to the sun. Like it just felt like it was warming you up.
Yeah,
over your whole body.
It's a nice way to put it.
I personally don't like being punched in the face all the time, so this is a nice like non-punch.
Yeah. And it doesn't overtake your palate, but it's very nuanced. It's extremely balanced, and it gives you sweets. It gives you a little bit of viscosity, and then that finish on it just goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You said viscosity. That's a good point. I don't know that this is the most viscous, but it could be. This definitely has
It's got a little bit of viscosity, not a lot.
Yeah. But
none
I
of
them
like
really
the finish
stood out
makes
on
up for it.
Yeah, I think the overall experience on this one is exactly what I'm looking for. But none of them really stood out on viscosity for me, which is a tough thing to get in a blend. If you can get that, you've really hit a home run.
Yeah.
They've all got a little bit. I don't know which one has the most, but this one, the experience on this, I mean, we'll have to run back through it, but man, this is...
Mark Emenecker, the Mash and Journey rare character is hitting right tonight. Is marshmallow vanilla syrup a thing? It is now, dude. Yes, that's good.
That sounds delicious.
I love that rare character pick. That is one of my favorite picks. That is probably one of the more underrated picks that Scott and I did this year. All right, so we have our first impressions. Now it's time to start weeding out, what we kind of like and what we don't like.
Man, that's not easy.
Okay, so let me ask you, Jason, do you think there's one you could eliminate right now, much less 2?
I have to taste them again real quick, just to I like to kind of go from like 1 to 1 to 1, just to kind of give a quick impression.
Yeah.
And see if there's one that really falls flat for me.
And this is a testament to how good these are, because there's not one I could easily...
There's not one of these that are bad.
No.
Mm-hmm.
My God, A. I'm sorry, the first one. What's the first letter? E?
Yeah.
You go back to it now, it's coming off like a mix of like sun-kissed soda and Sprite.
It's fluffy on the nose now.
What is happening with that one? That one's crazy.
Yeah. I'm getting like Capri Sun.
Yeah.
The wild punch flavor.
Yeah, like fruit punch.
Juice box vibes.
Yeah.
Juice box vibes. Yes.
But then it's got something in the back that keeps it from being too sweet for me.
It's got a little spice to it.
There's a little spice in the back, yeah.
Yeah, there's this little like savory note on the back of it that actually kind of saves it, because in the front of the palate I'm like, fruit punch, that tastes really good, but I don't know if that's anything I want to drink all the time.
Yeah.
But then it has like that little finish that saves it.
Yeah. If it were only what you get up first, we're good. Like Good product, fine, but we're out. That though, that's nice.
Oh man, this letter C here is the second one. It's even better than I remembered when we first tasted it. It's getting better and better and better.
This tastes earthy. Did we say anything about earthiness?
No, but
well, we kind of went into Worcestershire sauce, which is a little bit earthy.
I love earthiness.
That is really nice.
Yeah, that's dark. Darkness.
It's dark. It's bready, but it's still. It's got. That might be the most viscous out of all of them, I think. It's got the most, maybe not viscous, but it's got a lot of heft to it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a rye in this one.
I'd be, yeah.
I would bet that there's got to be some sort of rye in here because it's so rye, like the rye bread note on it to me is very sensitive and it's hitting hard.
When I get earthiness, usually that's because it's a rye. I love it.
I'm even getting like a little bit of black coffee on the finish.
Yes, that's what I think is winning the oat, man. That's good.
Yep. That's
all
like
right. So between the first two, which one you guys like more?
C. It's a C for me, dog.
It's a C for me, dog. I'm gonna write that down.
Man, as good as the first one is, yeah, the second one. I mean,
that second one smacks. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the third one here. Now, the third one was letter B, and this one had like the dusty weirdness to it, the pencil eraser.
Yeah.
But man, that is so sweet and toffee on the nose, and that's my go-to, man. If I have to pick a flavor profile I like, it is toffee and butterscotch all day long.
Yeah, that is fantastic on the nose.
But the palate, though, it might have a little bit too much funk and not enough of a finish to it.
Man, it is doing that weird thing again where it hits the top of the roof of my palate in the back, but it's not hitting my tongue in the back very much. It goes up like this, and then it just slowly falls down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I like that one as much as the second glass.
I definitely don't like it as much as the second one. I might like the first one. I might like it as equally as the first one, which is like good. It's very good, but not as stellar as the second blend here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
is that where you guys are at with it so far?
That's where I'm at.
I do think that's the most unique. And like we talked to some local friends, and I'll say things are interesting, and they're like, "Oh, that's the word we use when something's bad." This is not bad. This is very good. It's just it's the most interesting for sure, though.
What?
So let's see, mash bill. So let's see. He says, try to eat 2 thick pieces of French toast with peanut butter between them with a raspberry dark cherry combo will change your life. Oh, damn.
That sounds delicious, but also very involved because then you have to like make the French toast first, which involves a lot.
Let's just push all the way into like, what is it with like the French toast and the raspberry and the ham and stuff? Was that croque? What am I talking about?
Croque monsieur? That's like a grilled cheese with ham.
Okay.
It's grilled
cheese. Is it not grilled cheese?
It's grilled cheese with ham.
French toast? Okay.
Grilled cheese and ham?
Yeah. We'll do it with French toast instead.
All right. So D was the super sweet one.
Oh, yeah.
Which has a little bit of spice. I mean, it's very good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that blend. But I just feel like I've had that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm looking for something unique.
Yeah. That to me hits me. It's weird. It's almost like it's like a Buffalo Trace MGP blend.
Yeah. It definitely feels Buffalo Trace to me with that sweetness. I mean, there may not be any Buffalo Trace in it, but it's gotten to that level of sweetness in the blend.
Yeah. And I think at least compared to the second glass and what I remember the fifth glass being, it is lacking on the finish. I think at least this time through, I think that's the one I could potentially say is the, I don't want to say easy out, but
it's just too sweet for all of our palates, probably.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just too sweet.
Like a little bit more.
We can take out D.
Okay.
Whoever did that, great job.
It's very good though.
It's good. Your blend just
It's very
trash
good. It just, I don't know if it was just a matter of it sitting or whatever you put in it, but it just got very sweet.
If that went up against the hot garbage that I was going to submit, you would.
Well, honestly, it's probably better than any Buffalo Trace. So put that against.
Well, yeah, I do like that better than a lot of Buffalo Trace.
It's in that flavor wheelhouse.
Man, you go back to that last glass. Holy shit, dude.
That nose.
The nose is amazing. Yeah.
The nose and the palate are ridiculous. I can't even. That's an easy move on to the next round for me. Every time I go back to it, it is that good.
I need to clear my palate and see if I'm getting a residual from another glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the way it swells up on the palate. It's so good.
Monte Cristo is this French toast with ham and melted cheese on top. Thank you, Mama P.
And it comes with some raspberry stuff on it too, right? Like a raspberry.
I don't know. I've never heard of this before.
Really?
I know I love The Count of Monte Cristo, the book. That was good. I read that in high school.
High school literature pop.
I mean, it's crazy. All four of these that we have left are all very unique in their own way. It's just a matter really of what pops off as the,
I just smelled glass 5 and then went back to glass 2.
Use the letters A and
glass
C.
A and went back to glass C. And glass C smells like it's getting some heavy Worcestershire barbecue vibes.
Yeah, glass C is totally going down a barbecue smoky vibe, but in a good way.
Yeah, oh yeah, in a very good way.
And that rye breadiness and it's like toasted rye bread. It's coming off more and more. Jeez.
Man, so okay. You do this week in and week out every year for Blendageddon. When you're down to this, these 4 remaining ones are all very good. They're all very different. I know you're a guy who likes a good finish. I'm the same way. So I have fair enough. I have a couple of front runners based on that, personally speaking.
So for me, when it comes down to really, really good blends, you're looking for something that's not only a bit unique, but obviously hits every part of the palate. Yeah. And I feel there's 2 standouts here that do that for me. And that is, and I could call it right now, glass A.
Yep.
And glass C. Those two are the 2 blends that are hitting every part of my palate. I think I would say that C is a little bit more unique to me. I think A is a much more well-rounded blend than we have against E or B. So
yeah, I 100% agree with that. And those are we push things forward and backwards here, and those 2 are my front ones, A and C. I don't know.
Aaron, where are you at? You want A and C as well? You think?
A and C are my top 2, and I'm trying to figure out which one, and I only have a little bit of A left, so I'm trying to take my time.
You have to pick 2.
I'll pick 2?
Yeah.
Oh, then A and C for sure.
Yeah, the top 2 make it to the next round.
A and C, 100%.
My point was going to be, thank goodness we don't have to pick between those 2.
Yeah.
I know. I would hate to eliminate that. Well, that's kind of the nice thing about the top 2 and going to the Sexy 6, which will start in 2 weeks. We have some very, very interesting judges lined up for those 2 rounds. You guys have to wait and see who shows up for that.
Can't wait to see.
Yeah, A and C, absolutely. I think easily those 2. This was again, even compared to last week, this is a very tough round because these were all great blends. It just really was a matter of the entire experience from the front of the palate to the back, something being a little bit more unique. And I think that's it. So I think it's time to find out whose blends these are. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we're going to try some of the turfucking that's been sitting there. So stay tuned for that. All right, let me grab.
Man, kudos to all these blenders.
Yeah.
You guys knocked it out of the park.
You guys,
I really am sad that these aren't products on the shelf.
Another week that absolutely killed it. All right, so let's go to letter D. So D was the one that was very sweet. It just it lacked a little bit of a finish for us. And that one goes to Eric Desmarius.
Man,
Oh,
if it's any
Eric.
consolation, you've got the best last name in the bunch. Like that's a fantastic.
He does have the best last name.
I would just say that with like a really sexy accent all the time.
Eric Desmarius.
Except
Yeah.
Josh can't do
yeah.
accents, so it wouldn't be sexy.
Yeah.
He can't do accents.
No. Oh no.
I'm no Jason.
Oh,
Clarke.
Eric, man. Eric's a really good dude too, man. I just wish.
This is great, Eric.
Yeah, it is good. It's just very sweet, and I don't think any of us like sweetness.
We just
too
want
much.
we just want that spice or the oak or something to temper it, balance it out.
I'm trying to see if I have Eric's. Do I have his blend? I don't know if I have your blend, Eric. Your blend key here.
Sheila asked you to try a French accent.
I would never try a French accent. I don't know. It's not it.
No.
Scott says I have a variation of the PB&J for you: toasted Sara Lee white sandwich bread, crunchy Skippy peanut butter, drizzle of maple syrup on peanut butter, blackberry jam. Oh damn!
I can get with that.
Okay,
That'd be good.
I would try.
All right,
that.
so Eric said it's a 4-grain Burai at 121.75 proof, 50% Elijah Craig barrel proof B520, 25% Pikesville rye, 25% Larceny barrel proof C921. Wow.
It's so weird that more spice didn't come through on that.
Would have never guessed that was the blend because
Yeah.
it came off so sweet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, where was the rye in that at all? I mean, did the Larceny barrel proof take over? Like, what happened there?
And at only 25%. Like maybe
Yeah.
it just softened it enough, but like it brought the sweetness though.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of sweet in that blend
Mhm.
for sure. Interesting. Okay.
Not super nutty though.
No, it had a lot of Heaven Hill components, and we really didn't get a lot
Fucking
of
Buffalo
nuttiness
Trace.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next one is letter B. Letter B belongs to, oh man, Dusty friggin' Dan.
Oh.
Dusty. So Dusty, I don't have your blend components either. Well, did you tell me you put a Dusty in here, please? I tasted Dusty bourbons, Dusty. What was it? Let us know in the chat what was in your blend, dude. I gotta know.
I love this blend. I want it to just hit the back of the palate
I know.
harder.
It just didn't like it. It's getting very maple syrupy, molassesy every time I smell it,
Mhm.
but it's just not translating to the palate.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's so good front to mid palate.
It really is. There's just no finish to it at all. All right.
That roof of the mouth in the back sensation thing, something I don't think I've ever gotten on anything before.
All right. Yeah, Pikesville is a barely legal rye. I think it's probably right at 51-52% ABV. I'm sorry, 51-52% rye grain in that mash bill. Yeah, Dusty, let us know in the chat what's in that blend. Let's go to the number 3 here, the number 3 one that we're going to eliminate here, and that goes to
This one is so good.
Letter E.
was that the first one we tried?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the strawberry bomb. That belongs to Andy Smith with Old Tom. Andy Smith, Old Tom, let's see what he blended.
That's a great blend.
It's a fantastic blend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's in this one here.
I think it just ran up against some darker, heavier pours.
It did. Elijah Craig, 18 year. Sam Houston, 15 year. Russell's Reserve Private Single Barrel Selection, which is a Warehouse A. We talked about that earlier, which is a 11-year, 9-month-old pick. That's crazy.
Nice.
An Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Private Barrel at 11 years. 2004 Wild Turkey 101 8-year. And a New Holland Cast Strength Beer Barrel Bourbon Store Pick, finished in a Wild Turkey barrel. Wow.
Dude.
There's so much in there, and it all works.
How the fuck did you blend that, dude?
Yeah.
That is so good and so interesting.
Yeah.
So that means the top 2 that make it through go to Keith Thompson with his Sunday Evening Cigar Blend and Danny Lopez with his Blendageddon batch. I mean, it's a Burai, but we don't know what's in it exactly.
Which one was which?
The C was Burai. The Burai.
C was the Burai.
Blendageddon.
Yep. Wow.
Sorry, I was drinking glass E, and I just zoned out on how good that blend was. You ran up against some.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, C was Keith's, which was the Sunday Evening Cigar Blend. So that was the one where we were getting a bunch of rye and smoky notes in it.
Yeah,
okay.
the dark.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we won't find out what's in their blends until they make it to the end, unfortunately. We keep that secret till the very end.
Be looking forward to it.
So congratulations, Danny Lopez and Keith Thompson. Kind of the underdogs. Everybody was like Dusty Dan and Eric, and here comes Keith and Danny saying, "Hold my beer, I got a blend for you guys." Damn,
y'all killed it.
They all were very good.
All right, so here is Dusty Dan's blend, 25% 1930s Mount Vernon. There's the Dusty. 25% 2017 George T. Stagg. 25% Rare Breed, and then 25% Maker's Mark Cast Strength. Dude, that's the most bananas blend I've ever seen.
But
First of all, that 1930s Mount Vernon I tried when I was with Dan, and that took over the blend. Didn't really get a lot of the GTS in there. It was sweet. I think the Rare Breed, maybe the Maker's Mark killed it.
What's that Mount Vernon proof? Is it
Mount Vernon is a old school. That's one of the original Maryland rye whiskeys, Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
I think the proof on those are only like 90 to 100 proof.
Okay.
They're not a high proof.
So can I will probably not know who's glass A again?
That's Danny Lopez, one of our favorites.
I would like to make a prediction, and Josh is going to have to tell me because I probably won't watch this all the way through.
I'll be tracking.
I'm going to make a prediction that there may be a weeder in Danny's blend.
Maybe a weeder in Danny's blend.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And if I'm wrong, that's fine because I don't know anything. And if I'm right, great.
It's 100. It's 100 proof bottle and bond. Okay. I'm gonna write that down for week 5. Aaron predicts a weeder in Danny's blend.
In some capacity, yeah.
Okay.
This was a great round to be a part of, man.
This was a hell of a round. This was way more intricately hard to make like decisions than I thought it would be. Holy shit. All you guys made an amazing blends. Shoot, what can I say? I'm going to get the turfucking ready. While I'm doing that, Aaron and Josh, why don't you tell everybody where to find you, about your channel, about how many videos you put out. Let them know.
Yeah. You can find us at Stuff and Whiskey. Super original.
Yeah.
So we're very creative people.
Yes, we are.
Clearly. But really what we are is we're people who just like to hang out and drink whiskey with friends. So that's what it's all about for us. We love blind tastings. Everything we do, almost like I'd say 99.9% of what we do is blind. So every Monday we do a bourbon or rye that we've never tasted before. We draw it out of a random sample pool and taste it and give you our honest opinions on it. Every Tuesday we cover some type of topic relative to the whiskey community. It's a little bit more podcast inspired. Every Wednesday we have started branching into international sipping spirits.
Yes.
Which is a lot of fun, and that's all blind as well. Mm-hmm. So we just had Green Spot on this morning, and Totally Blind. That nose is something else.
So it could be like a Scotch, rum, or like anything other than American whiskey.
Yeah.
So it's like super random.
We had some Indian whiskeys on. We've got some some crazy Welsh whiskeys in there, all kinds of stuff. And then on Thursdays we do blind head-to-heads.
Double blind
head-to-heads of bourbons or ryes. and then we do a live stream every month. And
yeah,
we're just here to have fun. I mean, there's channels like Jason's who cover. I mean, Jason's the king of covering all the information and all that stuff. It would be silly for us to even try to do that. Like,
well,
Jason's.
If you guys have watched this live stream at all, you know I don't know anything, so I'm just here for fun.
Jason's the best. Matt's the most funny. The Bourbon Junkies, they've got their dynamic and everything. We've got more of the couple, and Chad and Sarah, like, they know their stuff. They've been doing it for so long. We try to be a little bit more down to earth and, relatable, and not that everybody else isn't either, but we just don't know what we're talking about, so we're just having fun.
As Matt Porter will say, we are professional whiskey tasters.
Well, Matt will say that,
but
we
are not.
That's right. That's right. Listen, nobody's an expert. We just like what we like. We say what we say, and as long as you're a viewer that matches up, you find a palette that you can line up to. That's all that matters. But all in all, it's all about the community. It's all about togetherness.
That's what
it's just what Thanksgiving is about. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Tomorrow, I want to thank Josh and Aaron for coming on and helping us judge a very, very tough round of Blendageddon. Congrats to Danny Lopez, and congrats to Keith Thompson for moving on to the Sexy Six. It's going to be a hell of a round. Let's give a cheers right now to all the turkeys and the wobbles and the gobbles. Cheers, guys.
Gobble till you wobble.
That's right. Gobble till you wobble. This is the Turfuckin'. Let's give it a try.
Is it good?
It's really good.
I could imagine. Yeah.
If all those bottles weren't so expensive, I'd make a big fucking blend out of that. I'm not doing it.
ISO a sample of that right there.
I might have to send you guys some of that.
At this point, let's roll.
All right, guys. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving. Love all of you. Spend some time with your family, your friends. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers. Congrats to all the winners. And I'll see you next week right here for the last week of Blendageddon. The last week of the final of the 30 blends. Blends 25 to 30 going to head before the Sexy Six in a couple weeks. Cheers. See you next time right here on the Master Drum. Eat some turkey, eat some stuffing. Try not to pass out, guys. All right? Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jason.